Hello. I don't know if anyone's even watching. Alright, well. I guess let's start. Alright. Just giving the stream a second. If anyone does happen to be watching right now, could you let me know if my mic is good? Alright. Alright, that's gonna be the seed. I have no clue what it's gonna be. Hopefully something good. Right. Just setting up my windows. There we go. That should work. Okay. Good. So, this is GregTech New Horizons. Arguably one of the hardest mod packs in Minecraft. And we're going to try and at least get decently far. Of course, not beat it. I've practiced a good bit with the pack, so I should be at least somewhat knowledgeable. So, our goal for this is simply to get to the moon. Nothing complicated, just simply get to the moon. And in my practice run, that took about 200 hours of work. That was doing the absolute bare minimum in terms of infrastructure and building and all that. We don't want to do bare minimum in this, so it's probably going to take a little longer. Forgot to re-enable that. So, it's actually unknown if we'll actually get to the goal or not. Hopefully, of course, because it's a fun pack in my opinion. But obviously, it never actually works out. And I need to get a little more wood. You want to try and have at least somewhat of a bed. What am I saying? You can't have somewhat of a bed. We want to have a bed before night. Just because nights are brutal in this. And oh, those are hostile. You want to stay away from hostile mobs at the start. Simply because they do a lot of damage and no one likes dying, of course. Right, we need to find gravel. And preferably a village. Because a village can give us a bed. For free. If I remember correctly. Walking's of course going to be very slow at the start. These gardens are super important to pick up as well. For anyone that hasn't played GregTech New Horizons. These are important later on for the healing axe, which is basically infinite food. You just hold it and it refills your food bar. But you need 8 of every garden, so it's a little challenging. It helps you get your farm infrastructure up. So I prefer to get it done early. I try to skip as much of the farming as possible. Can't save that. Another thing we want to be watching out for is the humidity in the top left of the screen. That's a very important early game because our main power for a long time is going to be steam, and steam requires water, and in this game water is determined by the humidity of your area. So if there's a low humidity, there's going to be less water generating. But if there's more water generated, then you'll be getting more water. I shouldn't have done that. Of course, there's going to be mistakes in this run, so we're not going to try and play perfect. Huh? Oh. I forgot how to craft a crafting table. And of course, we did modify the pack a little bit. I prefer to not play with the Hardcore Darkness, and I prefer to play with Vein Miner, so it might be cheating, it might not be, but as long as we're having fun, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna try and speed run right through the start. Okay. That is a dire wolf. It's very hostile and it will one-shot you, so keep your distance from them. Obviously, I'm not the best at GregTech New Horizons, so I can't give much advice, but I will try where I can. I've ran through the pack a few times, so I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. There's also Spice of Life in this pack, so for those who don't know what Spice of Life is, you can only eat food, one type of food, so many times before it starts to give you less hunger back. So it forces you to eat different foods. That's why the healing axe is so important, because it makes it so you don't need to eat different foods and it'll just refill your bar no matter what. But you still want to eat unique foods because it gives you new hearts. And it's very important to have as many hearts as you can, because there are some very deadly mobs in this. And we don't get infinity armor until the very end, like usual, but that very end is 6,000 hours away. And that 6,000 hours of gameplay is not in my future. Looks like stream isn't lagging too much, but the game is. That's another thing, you want to try and not sprint too much, because hunger depletes extra fast in this if you sprint. Obviously I sprinted there because I saw it was almost nighttime. And if we're out at nighttime, it's not going to be fun for the stream, because then we have to sit in a hole for 10 minutes. And no one likes that, so. No, we're not going to be able to get it. Actually, if we stray away from the quests, I think we can. We just need one more sheep. And unfortunately, we're not going to get it. Have we gotten steak already? Oh! Perfect. These houses you can hide in These witches are peaceful. They just make a scary sound if you click them. Oops. Alright, let's see. Huh? Oh, we need a saw. Wait, do we? No. Oh no. We need a white sheep. Very treacherous. Okay. Still no one watching. That's alright. Oh, okay. Hey, get out of there. Why? Oh, because there's no fir wood. There's no such thing as a fir wood fence in this. Don't mind me, skeleton. Perfect. We are already on a faster pace than my first run. Alright. My brother was just in to tell me the mic quality is bad. Let's see if we can sleep. Perfect. Okay, let's hope there's no mobs right outside. Oh, get off my desk. Oh, God. Can throw that out. Okay. Dude, get off my desk. Go. That's another thing with any Pam's Harvest Craft plants other than the gardens, and you're trying to eat them, look straight up. There's a bug in the game right now that when you're looking at the ground, it thinks you're trying to plant it, so you can't eat it. It'll look like you're eating it, but in reality, you're not. We already have more than we need. So we don't have access to the quest for Healing Axe yet. We need the bed first. which is unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. Excuse the dog barking outside, that's just my mother's dog. Oh, we've already been here. I don't know if I've already eaten raw pork or not. I have, so that poor pig died for nothing. Oh well. Is that a tropical garden? Nope, it's just a fern. We've already eaten raw chicken. Right, we want cobblestone. And more food. So right now we're really just looking for gardens and I think just more food. We're still wanting to find a village, of course. Depending how long that takes, we might end stream at a village. Performance looks pretty good. Another little tip, you always want to collect all the aluminum gravel ore you find at the very start. Later on, you don't need it. It's just nice to have really early on when you're first entering the middle voltage age. It's dotted around the map. I think we can loot the chest here during the day. Nothing. This is another plant you really want down in your farm. The more cotton you have planted, the better. Because cotton is needed in a lot of recipes. Backpacks, for instance. When you enter low voltage, you're able to craft backpacks. But to make them, you need cotton. So, very important material. don't know why I picked that up. Also, if you're able to, find a mesa like this. Mesas are very nice for clay when you enter middle voltage. Medium voltage, I mean. Because you can electrolyze the clay dust for aluminum. That's how you can move away from aluminum gravel. Well, actually, I think in low voltage you can get aluminum easier than aluminum gravel by simply just electrolyzing, I think, cryolite that you find in the Twilight Forest. I forget. In my last run, there was about 150 hours between me and LV by the end. So, memory is not too sharp on all that. Get down. Get down. Go. Lay down. And if you're playing with Vein Miner alongside me, try not to use Vein Miner too much. You'll dig massive holes and they're always a pain to clean up. Oh, that's a crafting task. So we have to make another. Oh well, we'll have to have a lot more. Dude, get off my desk. There we go. We're basically done with this. These are little side quests that I think I'll just do off stream because they're boring and no one wants to watch this. We now need to find Silverwood and Greatwood. Which there's a Greatwood right there. All the way over there, I mean. But I don't think I want to walk all the way back there. Dude. Go. No. 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 Lay down there. Alright. The cat keeps walking all over the desk. And it's almost night again. At around 6:33, you want to sleep every night until you have like a proper base. That's just so no mobs can spawn and attack you. Obviously, when you have a base going, you can just close it up and never leave. Until you need resources, of course. But other than that, you can have your base locked up and have no monsters mess with you. Also, while you have low food amounts, try to eat as little as you can. Because since food is tight, you don't want to eat too much. You want to conserve your food. I don't know why I broke all those. Raspberries are another really good food at the start. You can eat them fast and they give like a half a food bar. If we can find a village near here, that would be great. How long have we been going? 37 minutes? That's pretty good. Stop clawing that. We're gonna remember this, the lavender, I think. That might be the lavender needed for healing axe. Actually, we can check. Because now it's unlocked. We can turn in all these. Yeah, lavender. But hopefully we get as lucky as I did in my last run and just find all the foods in structures. Because the Pam's Harvest Craft gardens, or not gardens, the meals do spawn inside of structures. So that is a good thing, for us at least. Just so we don't have to run around and look for structures, or so we don't have to run around and farm all this. It's kind of a waste of time building tons of farms. At least until you're going for hearts. And I'm going to leave that hanging because I don't care. My brother's going to be running in here soon because I'm going to leave a tree hanging. Great woods are a great source of wood because they're so big, and if you have vein miner, you can just vein mine the whole thing, and you're set on wood for a little bit. It's even better if you find a giant oak. I think they might be called sacred oaks in here, in GTNH. I forget. Anyway. Early game GTNH is really fun, in my opinion, because you're not worrying about all sorts of machines and worrying about infrastructure and everything. You just get to chill and do what you want. Obviously, the spot where we base kind of dictates how we work, because if we don't have high humidity, we aren't going to be able to produce a lot of steam, and without a lot of steam, we can't do a lot of machines for a little bit. There's only one thing different from my last run that I want to do with this, and that's instead when we get to Petrochem, I want to go with naphtha instead of light fuel. Obviously no one's going to understand any of that, hopefully, because I'm sure I don't have experienced GregTech players here. Naphtha just gives 60,000 more EU than light fuel, I think. Oh right, we already have all the mushrooms. So yeah, small things like the side quests in this tab, I'll do off stream. But big progression, like for instance, getting the smeltery, I'll do on stream. Because that's pretty important for people to see. And to anyone that's watching or that'll ever watch this in the future, I'm absolutely no master at GregTech. So, don't take my tips as law per se. I know very little in the grand scheme of things. I've just played the game and gotten where I wanted to get. But that's purely from brute force and just sheer manpower getting where I want. Not from knowledge and stuff. So, though if you are looking for masters at GregTech, I'd look at Carix82 and Threefold. They're very good GregTech players. But hopefully one day I can be as good as them. My cat is destroying something. Oh, we want these. I don't know why I was walking away from all of them. And that's another general tip. Stay away from those Thaumcraft poles. Those dark wizards are dangerous. Even near the end of my last run, they were still one-shotting me. Not one-shotting per se. They were just doing a ton of damage per hit. It was a little ugly. Let's see if this house has anything good. Oh! This is where we started. We came right back to where we started. That's funny. Well, not staying for long. Oops. And also, if you have any questions about the game, I would highly suggest going to the wiki or any help page, I guess. I don't know exactly what to call it, but that's where you can get the best help. The wiki and other places, I guess. You also want to be staying away from those. Those are roguelike dungeons, and they are also very deadly. This is weird. I don't know if we already have all the gourds or not. That's another of those Thaumcraft circles. They can give you pretty good loot, if you're lucky, of course. But you also only want to raid them during the day. Because if you raid during the night, they are very dangerous. Oops. I didn't see that cobweb. Oh, that's not Thaumcraft, that's witchery. Actually, we can go into this line, get a lunch bag, dump our different foods in there, and there we go. The sooner you get your gardens done, the better. They're really a pain to get. In my opinion, at least. Some people are super lucky and just spawn next to all of them. I'm not sure if that's actually happened. But I know people have found all the gardens really fast. There's poison ivy somewhere. Huh. Very interesting. I believe that's the leafies done. Oh, and the stalks. Cool. So that's 4 of the a lot. I haven't counted. And that's a village. How long has the stream been going? Almost an hour. I'll see if anyone's actually watching, and if not, I guess this will be the end. Books, those are nice. No, I was wrong. You can't find beds here. That's only in the newer versions. Oh, right. You can't make bread the normal way in this. An apothecary, that's nice. Oh, free steel. And more silver. Not sure how useful that steel will be. At least until we get a brick blast furnace. Yeah, I'll say this is a good stopping point. So we got all the stuff we need. Wrong quest line. Oh no, it's a crafting task. Oh well. I don't think it's that expensive to craft anyway. Alright. Thanks for showing up, anyone that watched the stream tonight. And, good night, I guess.